All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always, man, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Bracha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And also, I want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this lesson, man, I wanted to cover a few things. All right, as you can see in the title, I wanted to cover some Motb information, and I wanted to cover what Vladimir Putin said about a new world order, and also I wanted to cover a video about the future looking bad for women. Okay, and so I'll deal with it in that order. And Lord willing, just be edifying, man. All right. I'm so glad it's the weekend, bro. Can finally get some rest. I can do a longer video. I won't be rushing here to do a video, man. So who knows how long it's going to be? But it shouldn't be, shouldn't be too long through the spirit. But I'm in no rush. All right. I'm just so happy to be out work, bro, and just having the weekend off, able to rest and clear my mind, bro. At my job, I be catching hell, man, but it is what it is. But anyway, enough about that. First video I have pulled up here, man, is from Big Picture with James Patrick, and he's interviewing Whitney Webb. And as you can see, the title of his video reads, Whitney Webb Digital IDs, YT1. All right. So in this clip here, man, you're going to hear Whitney Webb pretty much expound on digital IDs, CBDCs, and just the control of the beast system that's coming. All right. These are things that she has spoken about before, but in this lesson here, all right, I'm going to show you that she's going to go into pretty much some more detail, all right, about things. And I actually watched this morning, while I was at work, listening to the whole video. Bro, this whole video is fire, okay? The whole video is fire, man. And I encourage you to watch it. All right, you can pull it up and watch it for yourself. I'm going to play a good portion of it, all right? But I'm not going to play the whole thing. So let me just speed it up a tad bit, all right? I'm going to do 1.25. Hopefully, it ain't too fast, but I'll set it at that mode. So here we go.
Welcome to The Big Picture. I'm James Patrick. I flew to Chile to interview Whitney Webb. She has done extensive journalistic work into CBDCs, digital IDs, tokenization of financial assets, and natural asset companies. This interview was shot as a part of the making of the documentary film, CBDCs, The End of Money.
My name is Whitney Webb. I'm the contributing editor to Unlimited Hangout and have been an investigative journalist and researcher for about 8 years, and previously worked for Mint Press News as their senior investigative reporter. There's a coordinated global policy push for digital IDs as the new form of government-issued identification credentials. And they're essentially all based on your biometric data, which can be your fingerprints, your face, the iris of your eyeball. And the idea is essentially to collect all of that data and have it housed or have it tied directly to your digital ID. So your physical ID will be mapped to the digital ID. Digital IDs are not really a separate project from CBDCs and this new digital financial system. And UN documentation and also documentation from the Bank of International Settlements, they very overtly state that CBDCs and digital IDs are meant to go together. And without digital IDs, the CBDC digital finance system cannot exist. One of the reasons—
Heard that? Without the digital IDs, the CBDC financial system cannot exist. And this is something that I have showed before. if you look at the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, right? The first goal is to have digital IDs linked with your CBDC, with your digital bank, okay? They go hand in hand, man. And the reason being is because they want to have access to you and know exactly who you are, so that if they have to cut off your money, they can. You know, if they have to take some taxes from you or some child support or some alimony, whatever it may be, any kind of payment, they can just take it at will. Don't have to ask you, for anything. That's the type of control that they want. But if you have cash, they can't control you. They can't tell you what to do, right? So this is why they want to do away with the cash, get you on board in this digital system, and you can't hide anymore, okay? This is what they want to do, all right? And I see on this 1.25, man, she's talking pretty fast, so I'm gonna set it back to normal, bro. Here we go.
Reasons it can't exist without that is because of the KYC functionality built into this digital financial system. They have the know your customer protocols. They have to know who you are. And so they want to have your wallet tied to a digital ID and have that digital ID be mapped to your physical ID through the biometric data collection. So there's different efforts to make digital IDs either as NFTs, non-fungible tokens. There's also the efforts of Sam Altman of OpenAI and his WorldCoin project, whereby you scan your iris, you give them the biometric credentials of your eyeball. They give you a unique identifier, a digital ID, and it's inherently tied to a digital wallet. That is the same model the UN is using. They've already implemented it for refugees getting food assistance from the World Food Program. It's called Building Blocks. It's on blockchain. It involves refugees scanning their irises, and in order to buy food or receive their rations, they have to check out of a grocery store style place in the refugee camp, and they check out biometrically with an eyeball scan, and then the amount of food they have, the monetary value of that is subtracted from their digital wallet connected to their digital ID in their iris. It doesn't.
You see that shit, bro? That is some sci-fi type stuff, right? You remember growing up watching them sci-fi movies? How they scan people's eyeballs and all of that weird shit, man. They're actually doing these things right now, bro. This is crazy. And these are stepping stones to the Motb, man. For you guys and you gals out there who are still struggling with the Motb breakdown and what it is, I really don't know what else to tell you. Okay? At this point in time in prophecy, if you ain't got it, bro, you just might not have it and might not never get it. Okay? This is real. All right? Esau is coming with this Motb system, man. What he's doing now is all stepping stones for the implementation of this Motb, bro. They're scanning your eyeballs. They're scanning your hand. It's weird. They're scanning your face. They're prepping you for something. It's that Motb. So here we go.
Doesn't matter what country you're in or whether you're part of BRICS or part of the collective West. This is being rolled out across the board.
So what entities are pushing this interoperability?
One of the main reasons for this coordinated global push to develop digital IDs is because it's deemed essential to the entire Sustainable Development Agenda, which is the UN Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, also known as Agenda 2030. And the specific part dealing with digital IDs is within SDG 16, which is about building peaceful and inclusive societies. One of the indicators of SDG 16, 16.9, calls for legal identification for everyone in the world from the time they're born, essentially. The leading alliance that was launched under the auspices of the UN to accomplish that is known as ID 2020 and has since been folded into what is called the Digital Impact Alliance, which essentially has the same funders and founders as ID 2020. So ID 2020, the UN and other stakeholders in this particular sphere often argue that the reason this is necessary is because of what they call the identity gap. And the identity gap is the claim that the lack of digital ID is preventing people, mainly the world's poor, from accessing essential services, whether it's banking, whether it's education, whether it's healthcare. They claim the only way for these people to be able to access these services is to onboard them to these identity schemes. So what they mean by essential services is, they say without these forms of recognized identity, people in the world, mainly the world's poor, are unable to access bank accounts, unable to access healthcare, unable to access government services, a variety of things, because they don't have ID or they don't have bank accounts, things of that nature. So in order to allow everyone to access all of these things and include them, hence the frequent word of inclusion in all these documents, they say digital ID is the necessary way to bridge this identity gap.
Right. As it says in prophecy, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. He needs all hands on deck. All right. And they're going to use all kind of excuses, make it sound good, make it presentable, have all kind of benefits with it. They're going to make it sound real good, man. And it's going to be enticing to the people. Very convenient. Okay. Right now, it's a lot of people who are poor, man, struggling from check to check. They're looking for a way out. Okay. They're looking for a way out to heal their situation. And as time go on and things get worse, right? Jacob's trouble, as it get worse, they're going to be begging for this system. And Esau going to bring it in, man, with ease. All right. They're going to beg him for this system. And this is what he wants. Okay. Ultimately, it's what the Most High wants because it's prophecy. Here we go.
Do you find those arguments credible, or?
One of the main words they use to market this stuff is equity and inclusion. The idea that we need to include everybody in these new systems. But if you don't participate in digital ID, you won't have a legally recognized identity. You won't have rights. You won't be able to access services without it. So it's being framed as promoting inclusion, but the system itself is inherently exclusionary and has been used to track and surveil people, to link people to, essentially all their activities, what they say online in some of the countries that have rolled this out, and has been used to facilitate human rights abuses. So it's not exactly as inclusive as they like to claim. It's inclusive in the sense that we want everyone equally included in our new system that we're creating, our new control system, fundamentally. The UN.
Right. So, in other words, she is saying what? That in the near future, in the system that's getting ready to be implemented, if you do not have a digital ID, then guess what? You don't exist. In so many words, you will be excluded from the benefits of this new system. This is how crazy it's going to get, man. Even today, bro, if you don't have your driver's license, your IDs and all that stuff on you, it's hard for you to prove to the police or someone who don't know you that you are who you say you are, right? If you ain't got no credentials, then you can't prove who you are, man. And that's how it's going to be in this system to come. If you ain't got no digital ID, then you don't exist. You're a criminal. You're a rebel, okay? And they don't need that. They don't want that, okay? So they want all hands on deck. And they will know pretty much who's not on the system. Okay. They have everybody records pretty much, right? Those of us who are in the system who got social security numbers, they're going to know. They're going to know if so-and-so hasn't upgraded yet, right? They're going to know if you have upgraded or not, man. This is crazy, all right? But this is the word that we get ready to deal with, brothers. You know? It's going to change drastically, man. So here we go.
UN likes to talk about human rights and how this is ultimately a human rights project and things like that, or how it's empowering human rights. But in other documents of the UN, they refer to human rights not as inalienable rights, which is what most people think of when they hear the term human rights. In some of these UN documents, they refer to human rights explicitly as policy tools, or tools that can be used to basically implement, specific things and mechanisms that ultimately give, greater control over really any aspect of your life that they may want to influence. These guys also admit that the digital ID and CBDC is meant to be the same thing, and there's some very illuminating policy documents in this regard. So, for example, there's this one UN document called the People's Money, they call it, and it essentially talks about creating a citizen-centric, SDG-aligned digital financial system, which is obviously the system that we've been talking about. And what they say in there is essentially once your savings and your money is onboarded onto the system, they feel that they reserve the right to access and use your funds to develop and implement the sustainable development goals or build the infrastructure necessary for it. So they essentially think that your money is their money. When COVID was happening, there was this push for vaccine passports. And a lot of the people that were pushing or creating the vaccine passports were part of this, either ID 2020, or they were part of related entities pushing for digital ID. And essentially what happened with the vaccine passport was to link your identity to your travel, to the freedom of movement. And if you didn't have one, you were excluded from entering certain places. So that, again, highlights the idea of how these digital IDs are inherently exclusionary, because if you don't have one, then you're excluded from, moving where other people that have those privileges. And if you don't abide by these various stipulations, you're excluded from participating in those things.
Right. And that's mentioned somewhat. If you go into Revelation chapter 13, into the word killed, all right, it goes into actual killing, but also it goes into being X'd out pretty much. You've been shut out of society. That's what it says, And you can go look up the word for yourself. Just go to the blue letter, go to the word killed, all right, and you can see it for yourself, okay? I ain't gonna grab it this time. But that's pretty much gonna be the system, man. If you're not included, if you're not down, you will be shut out from everything, okay? From being able to get a house, to buy groceries, to get a job. I mean, everything. So we're going to need the Lord, man. In other words, we're going to need Yahweh Shai, bro, to be there for us, okay? Because it's going to get hard, man. And for the people, who are rebellious and, not following the rules, they're going to make life hell for you, man. Which is going to be us. They're going to make life hell for us, okay? But the Lord going to take care of us. See, Esau, he's not planning on the Lord taking care of us, man. He think that he's going to be able to make us bend the knee to his will and bow down to what he say to do. But we trust in the Lord, man, to provide, okay? And he will provide. He promised it in the holy, in his word. I believe that, man. He said, my servants shall eat, they're going to drink. Look, I'll give you food. I'm going to give you clothes, water, right? Protection. He promised that. So, that's where our faith lies at, man, But it's going to get real, man. So, I'll just stop it there. But I encourage you, man, go watch this whole video. I mean, bro, she going in, man. Okay, and I love how Whitney Webb break things down. She break it down to where a child can understand it, right? That's why I like listening to her talk about geopolitics and economics. She breaks it down to where it's easy to digest, right? For a brother like me, who is not as studious when it comes to economics, all right, and geopolitics. But I try my best, to keep up with these people and what's going on. It's hard as hell because I didn't grow up in that world, But I try my best, to stick up with it, just to have a clue or an insight of what the hell is going on in the world. So I'll move on here to my next thing. All right. This is from Jason A. Page. As you can see, the title of his video reads, "The End Times Are Happening Now." All right. And as you can see here in this blue little frame here, it says, "Putin seeks new world order, meets Iran leader in Turkmenistan. I guess how you pronounce that word. Please forgive me." So as you should know, Jason A, he make compilation videos. So this is a compilation video, but it's highlighting what Putin has been seeking and what he's been saying in the news. He's calling for a new world order. This should let you know that Putin, Joe Biden, all of these guys, they're juiced in, man. They're juiced in and they're taking orders from the elites. They're all getting on camera saying the same shit, bro. We need a new world order. It's time for everybody to come together. Yada, yada, yada. Here we go.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Friday at a press conference in Turkmenistan, a country in Central Asia, that a new world order is necessary, where wealth is distributed more fairly and the voice of every nation is heard.
In the current difficult situation where the world is facing unprecedented threats, when international relations are entering the era of deep-rooted changes, when we're building the new world order that reflects the variety of the whole planet, and this natural process is irreversible, that Russia advocates for maximally wide international discussion on the cooperation in the multipolar world that is being built today. We're open to discussing issues of building the new world order with all of our friends, partners, and like-minded friends.
Russia's president.
See that? They're calling for a new world order, man. Now, this isn't anything new, okay? These heathens, going way back to the Tower of Babel, been trying to establish a new world order, okay? I have it pulled up here, Genesis chapter 11. The title of this a subtitle here says what? Universal language, the Baal confusion, okay? Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. In other words, they was in cahoots with one another, right? One mindset, on one accord, so to speak. There was on one accord, man. It says, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. So Shinar is like Sumer, right? Hear people say the land of Sumer. There's Shinar. Okay, the same thing, pretty much. It's in the Levant region. It says, and they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. So they were building, right? It says, and they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower. So they built a whole city, man. They built a city, right? So to build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, right? Under one big umbrella of them being one, right? Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. It says, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one. Meaning what? They was on one accord. And we know through precepts, right, that they were serving idols, doing wickedness, all manner of abominations. Okay. Matter of fact, if you go to Second Esdras, I think it's Second Esdras chapter 3. I could be wrong, but I think it's Second Esdras chapter 3. Let me grab it here real quick. It speaks about how after the flood, the people, that's a Mississippi top. The people were pretty much worse. Okay. I'll get to it. So here we go. I'm gonna start at verse 9, right? So Second Esdras chapter 3, verse 9, it says, and again in process of time, thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world and destroyed them. And it came to pass in every of them that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. This was during the Tower of Babel. Okay. They was wilding out, man. It says, now, when they lived so wickedly before thee, right? They was showing out in the Tower of Babel, right? In that city. It says, thou didst choose thee a man from among them whose name was Abraham, right? And we know that according to the scriptures that Abraham's father, right, Terah, they were serving idols. They were idolaters. Okay, they didn't serve the Most High. There was a part of their wickedness, man. And I'm sure you know that he introduced Abraham to those idols, right? To that way of life, you know. But the Lord, all right, he chose Abraham from amongst that, all right, gave him his commandments, you know, cleaned him up, right? Gave him his commandments. And this is what we have today, you know. So at the Tower of Babel, they were showing out. So back in Genesis chapter 11, verse 6, it says, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do, even to this very day. If the Lord don't come down and stop this stuff, man, nothing will be restrained from these people. These devils got their mindset to do everything. I mean, they're just making up shit, you know, trying stuff. They have all kind of plans, right? All kind of thoughts that they want to execute, man, in the earth. And if they don't be restrained or stopped, okay, these devils gonna keep on going, man. I mean, they're gonna keep on waxing worse, making life hell for everybody, okay? Trying to become gods, trying to obtain everlasting life by means of artificial intelligence and their technology, right? This is what this devil's trying to do. I mean, it's crazy, bro. You know? But we know this story, all right? The Most High, you know, he stopped this crap, all right? And he's going to stop Esau's crap because his new world order won't be successful, okay? Here in Isaiah chapter 2, we can read about the real new world order, all right? This is the new world order right here, man, where Israel is on top, okay? And you heathens at the bottom. Because don't you know, amongst these meetings, there's nobody representing Jake there, man. Esau don't represent Jake, bro, okay? America don't represent Jake, man. There is no Israelite among them saying, hey, look, you know, we the children of Israel, you know, yada, 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 you know, this is our nation. No. And it ain't going to be, okay? It ain't going to happen. Our king is Yahushua, man. Bro, do you think when Yahushua come back, he going to be shaking Putin's hand, right? Going to the UN General Assembly, right? Yahushua and the angels at the UN General Assembly. Man, nigga, hell no. They ain't going to no damn G20 summit meeting, okay? Being all diplomatic. No, that ain't happening, player. Our Lord Yahushua coming to wreck shop, man. He's coming to wreck shop. A nigga like Putin gonna get slapped upside the head. All them suckers, man. Hey, these are damn, look, Putin's a damn loser, man. All of these guys are a bunch of damn losers, bro. Yeah, they're doing their thing right now. You know, they presidents and, you know, leaders and all that shit. These niggas are losers, bro. They're controlled. They're bought and paid for. You can't buy Yahushua, man. You can't buy the elect, okay? They ain't gonna bend the knee to your bullshit system, Esau. Now let's read Isaiah 2 and read about the real New World Order, okay? It says, this is a vision that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all. What is the mountain of the Lord's house? It's talking about the government of the Lord, which will be the house of David, ran by Yahushua, our Lord and Savior. Okay? He's going to sit on the throne. Real quick, let's go to Isaiah 9 and prove that. He's coming to order the kingdom, man. The government, right? Isaiah 9 and 6, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government, right? Because Yahushua, he's coming back to establish his government, okay? In the kingdom of heaven, we will have the political power, right? And just power overall, okay? But we will be the ones who are the top dogs, man. And I say we humbly, okay? I don't know if I'm of the elect, but I do know that I'm an Israelite. That I do know, okay? That I'm sure about, okay? But as far as being of the chosen, I don't know. But Yahushua's government consists of the elect, all right, 144,000, man. They're going to be kings and priests with Yahushua. That will be a part of his government, all right? We will have the political influence, dictating shit, right? You know how Esau get on TV, he dictating shit, saying this, saying that, all right, signing laws, you know. We'll do the same thing. But we're going to have to sign no freaking laws, Okay? The law gonna be taught, man. And the people gonna know what to do. All right, and I'll get to that. But it says, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it. Okay? Our Lord Yahushua is coming to set that order, man. To put things back in the proper place. All right. He's coming to put everything back in order, man. Nature, man, everything. As of right now, things are totally out of whack. Totally out of order. Okay. But our Lord Yahushua, he's coming to fix that. He's coming to bring that refreshing that the Apostle Peter spoke about in Acts chapter 3, and I believe the 19th verse. All right. But reading on here, it says, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. All right. So going here back to Isaiah and reading verse 2 again, it says, in the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, meaning the highest government is going to be the government of Yahushua, right? Of Israel. It says the most important place on earth, right? It's going to be the most important place on earth, man. The headquarters, okay, the epicenter of the world, the government of Israel, man. It says it will be raised above the other hills, meaning the other nations, right? And people from all over the world will stream there to worship, right? They're going to come to Jerusalem to worship, right? To learn, to get instructions. It says people from many nations will come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Jacob's God, right? Because in that day, it's going to be one God that's being served, man. And that's Yahweh, the one true God, okay? There will be no mention of any other God, man. So-called gods, right? Only one God. It says, there he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. So they're going to keep the commandments. These heathens won't be keeping their customs, right? Drinking blood and wicked sacrifices, serving idols, all of these weird customs they have, going to be cut out, man. And they're going to have to keep our laws. They will keep our laws, okay? It says, for the Lord's teaching, right? For the Lord's teaching, which is the scriptures, right? The commandments will go out from Zion. His word will go out from Jerusalem. And that's going to be the task of the Israelites, right? Because we're the priests, the servants of the Lord. And we're going to teach the nations how to keep the Most High commandments, how to, how to treat one another, how to treat their children, how to treat the earth, okay? So that they can receive blessings if they are obedient. If not obedient, they're going to get a shoe added on to their body part, okay? That's all of us say on that part, okay? A swift shoe, right? For being disobedient, man. That's how it's going to be, right? It says, the Lord will mediate between nations and will settle international disputes. They will hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. So, in other words, they're going to get to work. Okay? They're going to get to work, man. It says nations will no longer fight against nation, nor train for war anymore. Right? Once Yahushua come back and stomp out everybody, ain't going to be no more war. So how in the hell Magog is going to attack us once we get into the kingdom? That breakdown doesn't make any sense, brother. Okay? You guys got to stop teaching that, man. Please do. But hey, that's on you, man. Nobody's going to attack our Lord Yahushua in the kingdom, bro. It tells you in prophecy that when he come back, they're going to be scared to fight him. But yet does fight because the Lord going to make them fight him. This is your Yahushua we talking about, bro. Like, this ain't no nigga from Third Ward, okay? Or from Haverstock, right? Or from A-Leaf. No. Yahushua is not a nigga from Greens Point. This is the king, man. The son of the Most High, bro. He's coming back as an angelic force. Full power, full glory, man. Okay? The ultimate Judite. He's pissed off. The Apostle John said he saw him covered in blood, man. You think he fucking around? He's not coming to mess around. Now, when he actually come back, okay, he won't get blood on himself. But John saw that in the vision as a representation of Yahushua doing a lot of unaliving people, man. And bro, ain't nobody gonna mess with him, bro. Neither will they mess with his people. Okay, once he come back. So this gonna be the new world order, man. Where you nations gonna have to come, keep our ways, all right, and be obedient. If not, we got something for you, man. So going back to the video, okay. Let's see what Putin talking about.
Vladimir Putin has met with his Iranian counterpart, President Masoud Pezeshkian, for the first time. The two leaders held face-to-face talks at a regional summit in Turkmenistan, where they joined a number of heads of state from other Central Asian and Arab states. The Kremlin said the Russian and Iranian presidents discussed mutual relations as well as the situation in the Middle East. The meeting comes amid soaring tensions in the region.
Russia has increasingly been inviting Iranian officials to events. Analysts say it's an attempt to show that Moscow is not isolated. But it's not clear if Russia will back Iran in the event of a full-scale war with Israel.
Que a la luz de todo lo que está sucediendo en Oriente Medio, la comunidad internacional cese de exportar armas al gobierno de Israel. Creo que esto es de urgencia y este es un llamamiento que voy a hacer desde el primer instante al conjunto de la comunidad internacional. El cesar de exportar armas al gobierno.
Russia is increasingly leaning closer to the anti-American forces in the region, this being Iran, its proxies, and the Assad regime in Syria. In fact, Russian military base in Syria was nearly attacked by Israel missiles, and many have been speculating whether this can lead to further escalations.
For the last year, Israel has been fighting a war on what is now 7 fronts. And there's one thing that is in common to all of those fronts, whether it's Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, and much more. The one thing in common is the revolutionary Islamic government in Tehran, which has been subjugating the people of Iran since 1979, and whose regional ambitions have been out in the open for a very long time and are absolutely explicit at the moment. They complain about Israel being a colonizer state. The Iranians are colonizing across the whole region, whether it's Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, and
but they are colonizers, idiot. And you know that, dude. But these people get on the news, man, and push out this propaganda, this trash, as if Israel is just this harmless. Well, I don't like calling them Israel. Them small hats, bro. Them niggas are not Israelites, bro. Those small hats, like, they're just so innocent. Oh, you know, they're so harmless, and these Iranians and these Arabs are just, you know, attacking them for no reason. No, they're into it with you because you're occupying, so-called, a territory that's not yours. You forcibly removed the Palestinians who was there by means of war and starvation to make space for yourself, man. Doesn't that story sound familiar? Of what you did to the so-called Native American Indians? You forcibly took this land. You pushed out a narrative that the Gadites and the Reubenites were savages, were barbaric, when in fact, they were not savages. They were a very clean people, very honest people, who had compassion enough to show you how to survive when your stinky, pathogen-toting, rotten teeth came to America, man. They showed you how to live. And what you do, stab them in the back, gave them smallpox blankets, burned down villages, used Gatling guns, broke every treaty that you made with them. That's what you did, man. And using the same playbook in the Middle East. Oh, these Arabs, they're savages. You know, they're barbaric. They're terrorists. You know, that's Esau trigger word, terrorists. He plays on people's emotions by saying the word terrorist, by saying the word savage. Okay. And they say the same thing constantly about them Palestinians and the Arab world overall. Here we go.
They are in a war which the regime in Iran says includes the desire to wipe Israel off the map. This has been their desire for decades, since 1979.
But what we've seen over the course of a year is international condemnation. Allies of yours, the United States, the UK, France, Germany, these countries coming out, and they've stood with Israel for decades. And now they're saying Israel has gone too far. When you say that, destroying Hamas or reaching some kind of victory, even if they are launching 1 or 2 rockets, they're still launching rockets. They're still there.
Israel is fighting a war on behalf of the world against the craziest, most fanatic jihadist ideology.
That's a damn lie. Nigga, that's a lie. You small hats are not fighting on the behalf of the whole world. Nigga, bro, you see what I'm talking about, bro? This skinhead nigga on here, right here, bro. Get on the news and just lie, bro. Nigga, ugly as hell. I can't stand Esau behind, man. All they fucking do is lie, bro. But the people eat this up. They hear this, oh, Israel fighting for us. Israel trying to take down the terrorists. They're trying to stop this, terrorist group from, consuming the world. They present themselves as the righteous, man. The same how they did with Gad and Reuben, bro. This the same shit, bro. That's why I'm getting so fucking mad for, bro. They came in the name of Christianity. We're the Puritans. We're the righteous. And you're savages. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same damn playbook he keep using over and over and over again to justify killing people, bro. This goddamn maniac, okay? Esau's a damn maniac. I mean, he's a bloodthirsty maniac who can't get enough of just hurting shit, killing shit. He can't get enough of it, bro. Now listen to this bald head nigga here, man. All right? Here we go.
And terrorists on earth. We are fighting Iran on behalf of the world, because imagine that Iran acquires a nuclear weapon. Europe's going to be under fire. If we let them get away with it, let me be as clear as possible. They're going to do this in the UK. They're going to do it in New York. They're going to do it in Paris. They're going to use citizens to hide behind. This will become the world's plague. Israel is fighting your war. And instead of sitting on the side benches and giving us criticism all day, the world should back us in defeating this horrible, savage terror.
Well, ties between Russia and Iran.
See that? This horrible, savage terror. The same terminology that was using towards Gad and Reuben. These are horrible savages, you know. They're terrorizing our our encampments, you know, along the east coast of the U.S., right? The 13 colonies. These terrorists, right? They were saying about Gad and Reuben, bro. They're savages. Gotta kill them. Same playbook, you know. But you small has got some damn. Like, look, y'all got some nerves, man. But everybody catching on to you, bro. Everybody catching on to you, devils, man. That you're really the problem, okay? Nobody likes you, all right? And that's the fulfillment of the scriptures. Lord said he will make you small amongst the heathen, man. Everybody is calling out the small hats, and America too. Because they know that America is the one who is funding these small hats, okay? Joe Biden is getting on TV saying, hey, look, we need to come to a ceasefire deal, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, he's giving Israel these rockets, these weapons to bomb the Houthi rebels, to bomb Hamas, to bomb Hezbollah, all right, and other so-called terrorist groups around the Middle East. These are facts. These are facts, man. This devil is a fucking hypocrite. But people are starting to catch on to him. And really, Esau don't care if you catch on to him or not. Because his pride is so high, he feels like he can do what he want to do. He feels invincible. He has went so far to say that he is the God. And there's none else. That's his mindset. But his pride, according to a prophecy, is going to lead to his demise. And we're seeing it, bro. Everybody is on edge right now, okay? The whole world is on edge. It's like, you know, one little, you know, crazy event can set everything off, you know? It can set everything off, man. But the Most High is in control, okay? He's in complete control. And everything's going according to how he wants things to be, okay? So I'm going to finish out this video here, then I'll move on. I guess I'll go into this video in the morning, man. Yeah. Cause yeah. Well, hold up. Let's see how long I've been going, bro. Almost an hour. Okay. I probably can get to it. Here we go.
Have strengthened since the Kremlin sent troops into Ukraine in 2022, with Tehran widely believed to be supplying Moscow with weapons.
And the U.S. also believes that the Islamic country has transferred short-range ballistic missiles to Russia.
Relations with Iran are a priority for us, and they are developing very successfully.
We have many opportunities now. We should help each other in many areas. Our viewpoints and positions in the world are much closer to each other than to those of others.
Iran is at its most advanced point in history. It's acquired uranium in an amount for 10 nuclear bombs. This is crazy. They're building the bomb already, the bomb itself. So we're in the 11th hour. I would say strike the nuclear facilities, strike the regime.
Will Israel do that alone? I don't know. But it seems to me, as I say in the New York Post today, that it's absolutely incumbent on Israel's allies to help it stop these theocratic fascists in Iran from getting the world's most dangerous weapons. And if it has to be Israel alone, I suppose it will be, but it shouldn't be.
These countries include the likes of Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, which all host American troops on their ground. The report further said that in their message to Washington, these nations have expressed their reluctance in letting Israel or the United States use their airspace for any military operations against Iran.
The country sitting on top of some of the world's most valuable oil reserves are reportedly terrified of what happens next.
And then there is the OPEC, led by Saudi Arabia. The organization has reportedly enough oil reserves to compensate for any disruptions in Iranian supply. That is, if Israel's retaliation takes out some of Iran's oil infrastructure. But here's the problem. Most of that spare capacity is located within the Gulf region. Reports say the Gulf states know that even if Israel finds alternative routes for its strikes, they are still at risk. A missile war could break out at any moment, and Gulf oil facilities could still be the targets, and which basically could throw the global oil supply and the world economy into chaos. The question is quite simple. Can diplomacy prevail, or is West Asia hurtling towards a scenario where even if certain countries do not want things to head that way, the situation will be inevitable?
And contributing greatly to preserving peace and stability in our common region, to expanding the multipolar cooperation and partnership. Thank you for your attention.
All right, man. So there you see it there, bro. They're moving towards the NWO. World War III is here. All right. The tension are rising, man. It's beautiful, you know. All praise to how about Shemal Shah for that. And so I'll play this little small portion here of this video, all right, from the Financial Coffee channel. Okay, I like this channel here, man. But as you can see, the title of this video reads, "The future looks bad for women. They're moving in with their parents." Okay. And we all know that this economy right now is not doing too good. You still, you know, can manage things here and there, but most people can't afford, all right, to pay for rent, you know, stuff like that. And mainly these women, all right, these are single women, okay, who is trying to take care of everything on their own. You know, they're stressed the hell out, on drugs, on alcohol, you know, don't know what to do. But all they got to do really is just get them a man. But of course, they don't want to do that. These women refuse just to get a man, bro. Like, all their problems can be addressed if they just humble their souls and get them a man. But instead, the hoe got to go back to her mama house. That lie of feminism, right, of women being strong and independent, that lie is starting to wear off. And reality is setting in for a lot of women, bro. Okay. And this is the Most High God doing this. Okay. He's showing you that, look, you really can't survive without a man. A man can survive without you. But as for a woman, you can't survive without a man. And this will be made clear and clear as we get close to the end. The Most High is going to force your women's hands. Okay. He's going to force your hand. What you going to do when you can't go back to your mama house? I want to know. What you going to do when your mama become homeless? Right? Your parents become homeless. What you going to do? Here we go.
I have decided to move back home and in with my parents next month. At the age of 26.
All right, so I just seen this video. I am 24. I just turned 24 last week, and I just moved back in with my parents.
8 years old, and I just moved back in with my mom and dad in their house. So I'm going to tell you guys why and talk on going backwards in your 20s.
When you're trying to establish that you're an adult, you gotta bulldoze over the rules, and I understand that. You do kind of gotta, you know, like, I'm grown, I'm a big girl, you know, but it's such a sticky situation. It really is. That financial part of it, yeah, I get it. Like, live with your parents, like, you ain't got no bills. Yeah, but like, yeah. Y'all know the vibes.
I am moving out today and driving 6 hours today and then another 4 hours tomorrow back home to move back in with my mum after my 6-year relationship just ended. And I thought I'd vlog it because just, I don't know, give me some reason not to unalive myself, I guess. That was a joke. I don't know why I'm vlogging, I guess. I feel really alone. And hopefully if someone's going through something similar, like, yeah, you're not alone. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard because it's just 6 hours me in the car, like with all this time to think about everything and what happened. But luckily I have my passenger princess. That's Bruce, my dog. He was mine from before the relationship started, so luckily I am keeping him. But yeah, that's the car.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Who gives a damn? Okay? Who gives a damn? You women are nothing but trouble. Okay? You're nothing but trouble. And now reality is setting in. You're running back to your mama now. Some of you are homeless. Okay? Some of you live in tents. Some of you don't have a tent. You're just outside on the ground. That's on you. You want to be single, Miss Independent, I don't need a man, you know, bachelor degree, master degree, right? Whatever. Your ass losing. You're losing. You're driving down the road, car full of shit, packed all the way up to the ceiling. Hey, man. Hey, it's over with, bro. Okay? This country is finished, man. It's circling the drain. All right? There's no hill in Babylon. And the closer we get to the end, the more we're going to see videos of women hopping on the internet, expressing their frustration because life ain't lifing no more, right? America ain't giving, as they say. She ain't giving like she used to, right? It's over with, bro. And it's only going to get worse, okay? They crying now, you know, and Putin and pouting. They ain't seen shit yet. You're able to cry and go somewhere down, you know, or go somewhere and lay your head. In the future, you won't be able to cry and go some. No, you're going to be getting your ass ran through. All right, when all hell break loose, man. So I'm going to grab this here, man, then I'm going to close out, all right? Because you can go watch this whole video. I don't want to hear all that crying and shit. Okay, that's on them. This Ecclesiastes 12:1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, right? And we've been warning you women, okay, to repent of your evil ways, man. Stop being a whore. Stop being a slut. Stop being rebellious. Take care of your children. Stop talking loud and yelling and being disrespectful. Cover yourself up, okay? Listen to your husband. Humble your souls. You don't want to listen. And now, the evil days are drawing nigh, and you have no pleasure in them anymore. We're here, bro. They have no pleasure in these days anymore. Life is hard. Reality is setting in, and they don't know how to deal with it. This fairy tale, you know, princess life, you know, La La Land is starting to fade away. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Who are the keepers of the house? Those who are in control of this economy, okay? And they're trembling, all right? The word keeper of the house, or like housekeeper, means economy. I have it pulled up here, okay? It's one online, the word economy. It says 1530s, household management. That's what the word economy means. So the keepers of this house of America, right, of this economy, they're trembling. And the people are feeling the effects of it, man. Everybody is feeling it, bro. No matter your economic status, okay, some feel it more than others, but everybody is noticing a change in Babylon. Rent going up, groceries going up, car payments going up. It's hard out here, man. Well, there's prophecy that it's going to get hard, all right? And this is baby stuff that we're dealing with, bro. It ain't really got hard yet, okay? Things are rough here and there, you get through, like, rough here and there. But it's going to really get rough, okay? Like rough, outside rough. Sleeping on the ground rough, okay? So this economy, all right, isn't doing too good. Everybody complaining. These women, they just through, crying on the internet, on the internet crying. Don't know what the hell to do with their lives. They're single, going back to their mama house, through. Can't find a man, then they get a man, don't know how to retain him. See, women, they have no problem with getting a man, okay? That's easy for a woman to get a man. They just don't know how to keep the man. They don't know what it takes to keep a man. They haven't been taught that. They don't have the patience for that. As soon as something go left in a relationship, so-called, they leaving on. They're leaving, going to the next nigga, then the next nigga, and the next nigga, and the next nigga, and the next nigga. It's an ongoing cycle of them being a whore. And used up, So, back in the scriptures, right? It says what? In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. This economy is shaky, man. The people feeling it, right? It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Meaning what? No work. A lot of businesses are closing down, man. Okay? All around the country. A lot of businesses are closing down. It says, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Meaning what? Looking for a bright future, man. Ain't gonna be no bright future. Babylon is finished. It's over with. Okay? That's why the title of this video, he named it, The Future Looks Bad for Women. Because it is you women who really, all right, are into this damn world, man. A lot of men too, but mainly it's you damn women who are into this world, man. You love it. This society made for you, man. But now things are going left, and you don't know what the hell going on. You're on the internet asking all kind of questions and crying, looking for sympathy. Putting your cash up in the bio, asking for donations, right? Like Dr. Umar Johnson. It ain't looking good, right? Last verse I'm gonna close out, man. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Business is shutting down, jobs shutting down, right? It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, and we damn sure seeing this. Okay, we boy, this music is so trash now, so trash. Okay, how you listed Sexy Red or Glorilla, whoever these people now, I don't fucking know, bro. Glorilla, Sexy Red, Lotto. I mean, bro, it's so many of these people, bro. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Everything is jacked up here, bro. Okay, so you will see more videos like this of women getting on the internet, crying, complaining, pouting, losing. Okay, they don't know what the hell going on. They just, on the internet crying, looking for help, looking for somebody to take care of them. They don't fucking know. They all on the internet. All of them. A whole video full of them just talking and complaining. Don't know what to do. These are all single women, man. Can't survive on their own. But it's your fault for believing a lie, man, that you can make it in this society without a man, right? You believe that shit. And look at you, going back to your mama house, okay? So I'm going to close out there, man. All right. I want about an hour or so. Yeah, hour, 10 minutes. A little lengthy, but whatever. Lord willing, it was edifying, bro. Keep fighting, keep pushing out there, man. Keep grinding for the Lord. All right, man. We right there, bro. We right there, bro. Just keep the faith, man. Keep praying, keep working on yourself. And Yahweh Shema Shai gonna take care of everything else, man. So I'll close out with that. I'll praise Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom.